Welcome to Ishera's world. Yep, I'm a life coach. Hi everyone, my name is Ishera. Welcome to my world. Today, I want to talk about, as a spiritual person, when you ask for something, be prepared to receive it. Be prepared to receive it, because a lot of times we as spiritual people ask for certain things, and then when we ask for it, we're not really prepared to receive it. And remember, when you receive it, you're not just receiving what you're asking for, but there is a spiritual exchange that the universe happens, that happens within the universe, where when you get what you want, there will be something taken away from you. Perfect example. If you're asking for that man, asking for that man, asking for that man, but yet spiritually or mentally or emotionally, you're not ready for that man, then no matter how much you ask for it, you will always lose out on the opportunities that come your way to actually ascertain said man. Another example. I want a baby, I want a baby, I want a baby. But yet you're not doing what needs to be done so your womb can be fully ready for a baby. You want a baby, but you still smoking. You want a baby, but you're not taking care of your internal body how it needs to be, to making sure that it's at its peak of health so you can carry a baby, especially in situations where maybe carrying a baby would be a problem or be difficult. So when you are asking for something, please understand that you must be prepared to receive it. A lot of people ask for things and they're not prepared, or they're not attuned, and because they're not attuned or prepared, again, they lose out on opportunities to receive said request, whatever the request is. So I just wanted to do a quick video on being prepared for what you asked for. It also connects with witchcraft and magical arts. I don't care how many candles you burn. I don't care how many bones you bury. I don't care how many times you pray. That's just the first step on acquiring what you desire. You have to be in that space of ready to actually receive it, mentally, in your mind, physically, in how you move. Perfect example, i.e., I want a man, want a man, want a man, but you keep your ass in the house all day and you don't go out to be around that man or to be around possible prospective men. Your man is not just going to come knock on your door. You have to take physical steps to meet and greet with different people, so your man, and with the help of the spirits, can end up on the same road with each other, so you can actually meet and reap the benefits of that said man you were asking for. Also, you have to emotionally be ready, i.e., perfect example. I'm keeping with the man because it's easy to explain the situation with men, i.e., I want a man, want a man, want a man, but then you see a man and let's say, for instance, he looks like an ex that broke your heart, or he looks like he's a pauper, but in fact, he's a guy with a great job. You have to really cut off the egotistical, judgmental notions of everything, because when it comes down to it, if you're asking spirit for something, most likely spirit is going to give it to you in a very unexpected way. The way you get things through spirit is usually not in the way you expect it to be. When you're walking that path of spirituality, and if you don't learn to let go, and what Catholic people say, or churchy people say, let go and let God, you'll always be hindering yourself from ascertaining what you desire in life. Once you ask for what you want, you have to mentally be there. You have to be emotionally there, meaning open and ready for the several opportunities that Spirit is going to reveal to you. And Spirit moves quick, you guys. You have to be aware. And I'm learning through this hibernation, you have to be on a level of quiet to hear Spirit, because you could be walking straight and then you think you're supposed to go left, and then Spirit will show you in an unseen message to turn right. Okay? So you have to be on a level of quiet, on a level of silence, so you can hear Spirit. Because if you're too busy moving too fast, thinking too fast, reacting too fast, you will fuck around and lose out on opportunities to open yourself up to the desires that you ask Spirit. Okay, you keep in mind that, again, if you're walking the spiritual life, if you're walking that path on, I'm allowing Spirit to lead me, you have to let Spirit lead. You can't sometimes listen to Spirit and sometimes don't. Perfect example. Emma Rain explained to me in an Akashic reading that I was on one of my last spiritual journeys of enlightenment in this life. And I completely agree with her, because I feel as if Spirit is really hard on me. Spirit sometimes make me learn several lessons all at the same damn time, just to see if I will follow through with what Spirit is showing me. Perfect example. I just received a package from Emma Rain, and I was super excited to get that package. And I got the package. As soon as I got the package, I was really thinking about some of the desires I want. And then a song came on someone's radio, and they were blasting it from their car. And that song spoke to me, and I started to cry. And I was like, oh my God, the song is speaking to me. That's how Spirit connects with people. Spirit connects with music, through animals, through songs, through situations. So you have to be quiet mentally to catch these. If you're allowing chatter in your head, oh, I got to do this, oh, I got to do that, oh, I got to do this, oh, I got to do that, oh, I got to do this, you're not going to hear the quiet messages that Spirit will be revealing to you, that is helping you move your way to what you desire. You must get in a quiet space to acquire a lot of the blessings that Spirit has for you. And I'm learning with dealing with great people like Emma Rain, that if you're not attuned, that's a good word, if you're not attuned to hearing Spirit, you will miss out on so many messages that Spirit is throwing at you, which will fuck around, deter you, and make you reach a longer path to actually reach what you want. Spirit is trying its best through circumstance to get you to where you want to go. But if you're not paying attention, if you're not coming to your quiet place, you're going to miss out on the blessings. And I really didn't know that I was missing so many messages from Spirit until I started dealing with and communicating with Emma Rain. I have this innate ability to communicate with high level spiritual people, and I don't have to pick up the phone and talk to them. I don't have to have a conversation with them. I could literally sit here and ask a certain spiritual person a question, and Spirit will reveal to me what that person would have said to me if I would actually had pick up the phone and talk to them. So I do that a lot with a lot of people. Obi Santos, I do it a lot with Emma Rain. And when I got her box, I was holding her box and I was walking, and I heard the message from the loud music playing, and I started to cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. And I'm walking to my next destination, and I'm holding Emma's box, and I'm like, oh, I got my oils. I'm super excited. I'm about to take my spirituality to the next level. And as I crossed the street, I finish my emotions, I finish crying. But when I cry, I work a little ritual magic, and I started saying a mantra in my head to attract what I was asking for at the time. And then as I'm walking with Emma Rain's box, I remember saying in my head, because yes, call me crazy if you want, I have conversations with spirit in my head. And as I'm walking with it, I was having a conversation with Emma Rain. And then I said to myself, Emma, I don't know how I'm going to do this, because right now I'm struggling with eating animal byproduct. Spirit is yelling at me, telling me, stop eating the animal byproducts, stop eating the animal byproducts. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I like my meat. I can take breaks, but you want me to quit altogether. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And as soon as I said, I don't know how I'm going to do this, my what do I call it? My animal, not my animal totem, my animal guide out here in Hawaii is butterflies, and depending on the color, it really depends on the message that's being sent to me. And literally, you guys, as I remember exactly, I said in my head, Emma, how am I going to do this? I love meat too much. And then I saw a butterfly fly past me from the left, and then literally, you guys, the butterfly followed me for half a block. The butterfly fomped up and down. And I know it was Emma talking to me. And I was like, I hear what you're saying. And I started talking with the butterfly. I was like, I hear what you're saying. I have people to connect with to help me with this journey. Because what I found was really funny is that Witchy Works, oh, she's not Witchy Works no more. She's Sunchild. Sunchild, I believe her name is Sunchild now. She's a vegetarian. I just recently found out she's a vegetarian. And it was like Spirit was speaking to me, telling me there are people out there that you can lean on, that you can talk with, that you can follow to help you with this journey of really completely taking animal byproduct. Because nowadays I'm one of those girls. I'm very blessed to eat out a lot. And lately I've been going to places, and I've been looking at stores and not wanting to go in them. Like, no, I don't want this meat. No, I don't want this animal. No, I don't want this. No. And I've been lately looking for a lot of vegetarian alternatives. And I know that Spirit helping me and taking me one step at a time closer to my holistic goal of being all in with my spiritual practice and with my spiritual way of life. And literally, you guys, that butterfly followed me for half a block. And then I remember saying, I hear you. I'm not alone. I hear you. I got this, one step at a time. And do you know what the butterfly did? It flew. It stayed on my right side to me, which is an affirmation. And then right after I said, and I'm not exaggerating, you guys, I'm telling you the truth. I just came from going out. I wanted to do this video before I forgot it and went to rest, because I had a great time today. Shout out to Emma Rain. Sugar Daddy Oil is the bomb. Look at that next video for that story. Today was amazing. Okay, so then, as I said, I get it. Take your time. Take it one step at a time, and you'll be okay. And lean on the people who are yoke of your yoke, like-minded people. And do you know what the butterfly did? It was flying low, like down here next to me. And then after I thought that, the butterfly flew to the left of me, that way. And it just flew away. And I was like, I hear you. I hear you. I feel very intensely. This is why I can have conversations with people without actually speaking to them. This is why when I get products from people like Emma Rain and high level conjurers, I feel that energy, and that energy is working for me before I even have touch to touch contact with actual product. Emma Rain's products that I just purchased is still in the box, because I felt, oh, thank you. I'm giving you a confirmation. Thank you, objective intuition. It is 2:04 here in Hawaii, and I had to give this message before I went to bed. So I'm speaking about magic mystics or mystical magic, Emma Rain's page, and speaking about her high level products of oils. And literally, when that bird flew away, I knew that was Emma telling me spiritually, you got this, just take it one step at a time, don't rush it. So that's what I'm basically going to do. So I just wanted to let you guys know, when you ask for something, you must spiritually be ready for it, mentally be ready for it, physically making your moves ready for it. You want that man, you got to go out there and meet a couple of people. You may kiss a couple of frogs, but you got to go out there and get in the dirt and meet people to give yourself the opportunity to get that man. Or my situation, I try my best at, like, as soon as my stomach urls, perfect example, spirit talks to people. You need to know that spirit talks to people. And because Emma has says, this is one of my last enlightenment journeys, like she said, this is one of your last enlightenment journeys of reaching your top. And do you know how I know she's totally correct on that? Outside of the fact that I'm a high priestess and I run my own business, and I know when people are bullshitting and when they're not, but I like affirmations. I'm dealing right now with heart problems, and I feel that it makes total sense that the reason why I'm dealing with heart problems is because it really equates to one of my last opportunities to reach that higher level. I've lived many lives of spiritual lives, and I always choose spirituality. So you have to see what you're doing is coinciding with what you want. You can't ask for a man with a seven number income if you're not ready to put in work yourself. You can get all the best spiritual products of your lifetime, but if you're not putting in the work to do what needs to be done to get you there, or if you're moving too fast and taking what I say spirit for granted, then you're not going to get all that you desire. You must be ready to slow down, to get quiet, and to listen to spirit, no matter where spirit takes you. And I don't care if spirit takes you to homelessness. If spirit is telling you, perfect example, i.e., if spirit is you're telling yourself, let's take spirit out of it. You're telling yourself, I am so fucking sick of this place. I'm done with it. This place makes me sick. I'm sick. And there's a part of you, which I call spirit, is telling you, well, then move. Then you allow your ego self to talk you out of moving. I don't have the money. I don't have the help. I've got 7 kids. You know, you can't do that. You must follow spirit. You must follow spirit. If you're not ready to follow spirit 100%, then you can't be upset for not acquiring the desires that you reach for. Okay? And one last thing to end this video, be very careful. Okay? Be very careful for what you ask for, because you will fuck around and ask spirit for something, and spirit will give it to you, and then you'll fuck around and damn spirit for giving you what you want. Perfect example, i.e., I was dealing with a guy that I wasn't in love with him, but we had decided to have a baby together. And this guy was a spiritual guy. This guy perpetrated the energy of, I know magic, I love magic, I'm a spiritual person, I know my orishas. The spiritual people are the ones that will get you in the most fucked up situation, girls. Don't think that just because you're asking for a spiritual man, it's gonna negate all the bullshit you go through with materialistic men. Some spiritual men can be the most grimiest motherfuckers ever. So don't think just because you wanting a spiritual man, you're going to negate the problems of trying to find that spiritual man. Anyway, he was one of the first guys that I've ever dealt with that was on a quote-unquote spiritual level. And I love the fact that I love the fact that I was able to talk about my witchcraft, and he understood and wasn't scared of it or worried about it. Okay? Long story short, we decided to have a baby. I got pregnant. He showed me his true colors, and his true colors was nothing what he was showing me in the beginning of the relationship. So after I got pregnant, I was like, damn, he's nothing like he said he was. He's showing me a completely different side, and I don't want to deal with a man who's not sure about the situation, because we both had agreed, even if this relationship doesn't stay together, we promised each other that we would raise this child that we agreed to have together. I'm one of those witches that when I want something, I get it. So when we agreed upon having a child, I got pregnant very quickly. I think it was like 2-3 weeks time, and we got pregnant and he changed. So I was kind of up in the air on if I wanted to stay with this man or if I wanted to leave this man. So here's where the lesson comes in. Ding, ding, ding. I went to my father. Yeah, my father, may he rest in peace. I went to my father's cemetery. I gave him an offering. I did a tribal dance for him. I prayed for him. I sang to him. And then I sat in front of his cemetery plot. And I started talking real deal Holyfield with my father. And I said, and I've never told this story, so this is a big thing because I've never told this story. But I want people to understand, be very careful on what you ask spirit, and know that there's a fair sacrifice exchange for what you ask for and what you get in life. I think that's why I haven't opened Emma Rain's box of oils, because I feel like I'm not ready to open her box of oils. Because I remember, okay, there's another thing, and I'm taking a quick break from that. There's another, I spoke to Emma again. I was outside sitting on my porch, and I was watching a cat, and I was like, I don't think I'm ready for this vegetarian thing. I don't think I'm ready for this vegetarian thing. And I peeped the cat. And then I looked at the cat and I said, if that cat, because the cat was struggling and the cat was trying to climb the fence, my fence, to the other side. And I was like, that cat is me. I'm struggling to climb that fence, and it's freaking hard, yo. It's freaking hard. This not eating meat thing is freaking hard, but it's something I want to fight and win. And I said, I bet you the cat's not gonna go over the fence. It's like me. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And literally, guys, I got offended, because in my head, it was like Emma Rain telling me, you not ready, so stop trying if you're not ready. And that was some hardcore truth. And I got upset. Like, I was offended. I was like, how dare you, Emma, say I'm not ready? You're supposed to be pushing me. You're supposed to be telling me I can't do it. But the fact that through the sign of the cat, because the cat tried to go over, he put one paw over, and then he came back. I could like see what the cat was thinking. The cat was like, fuck that. I ain't going over the fence. So he slowly came off from the other side and mounted down and came back down on the same side. And I'm like, how could you say that, Emma? How could you say that? How could you say I'm not ready? That's not right. And it kind of pushed me to be more determined to beat this to beat this animal eating thing. And so, yeah, I felt like Emma dissed me and was like, no, you're not ready. Start when you're ready. And I feel maybe that's why subconsciously I haven't opened her box of oils, because I'm not ready. Like, I bought mad oils for Emma because I know how she gets down, yo. I bought mad oils from Emma, and a lot. And I feel like subconsciously I'm not ready to open her box, because that's another thing about asking for what you want. You have to be ready for it, because it makes no sense for you to open the box of blessings if you're not ready to pick up the blessings and actually use them. If you're not ready for the blessings, if you're not open to the blessings, if you're not ready to make moves for the blessings, it makes no sense for you to request the blessings. So please stop asking for blessings you're not ready for, you guys. Because most of you motherfuckers are asking for blessings and y'all not fucking ready for that shit. Period. Y'all not ready for it. You're not ready for it. Okay, so to end the private story, I was in love with this African man completely. And I was on the fence on if I should stay or if I should go. So to pick up where I left off before I started talking about Emma Rain's oils, I was at the cemetery talking to my father, and I was serious about this. And this is the first time I've ever asked an ancestor specifically what I wanted for them. And I was actually 1 month pregnant, or 1.5 months pregnant. And I sat there and I was really emotional because I didn't want to have another baby, bring another baby into this world where the man is not a part of that child's life, because I'm a single mom. So I sat in front of my father's cemetery plot, and after I gave him the offering and I danced for him and sang for him, I said, Daddy, I don't know what to do about this African man, so I'm gonna leave it up to you. And I said to my dead father, if this is not the man you want me to be with, take this baby from my stomach. If this is not the man you want me to be with, take this baby from my stomach. If this is not the man you want me to be with, take this baby from my stomach. I puffed a cigarette, left the cigarette as an extra offering, and I left the cemetery. Oh, I gave him flowers too. I gave my dad flowers. And then I left. Do you know, guys, that I lost the baby, I think it was the 3rd month. And on top of losing the baby, I had to carry the dead fetus in my stomach for a month before they took the baby out. Which, ding, 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 here's the lesson. Don't ask what you're not ready to receive. After I lost the baby, it caused a heart problem in me. So now every time, hear me now, guys. Now, every time I don't listen to spirit, and I notice I get palpitations when I eat meat. I get palpitations when I'm about to do something I know I'm not supposed to be doing, or I'm about to do something that spirit doesn't want me to do. Spirit goes straight to my heart problem, that sacrifice that I requested from my ancestor to take that child. Because when I lost the child, I had a thrombosis which was connected to my heart. So now I have basically a weak heart. And my heart, the same sacrifice that took my child and at the same time gave me a heart problem, is very similar to Emma's story, where she said she wanted money and then she got into a car accident. She got the money she wanted, but she got into a car accident and it kind of fucked up her body, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm reiterating the story right. With anything you ask for, there is an even exchange. So please know you're not getting something for nothing. Even if you're burning candles and asking what you want, sometimes spirit wants more, and they will take more depending on what you want. So be very, very careful, you guys, when you're asking spirit, ancestors, your gods and goddesses for something, because you're not getting nothing for free. When you walk this path, you a lot of the time walk alone, because a lot of people don't get the path, and your sacrifice of walking this path is losing out on people who don't comprehend why you're walking the walk that you're doing. And now every time I have an issue, spirit speaks to me through my heart. So now it's either do or die, which connects to the beginning of the video where I was speaking about when Emma Rain was giving me an Akashaic reading. She said, this is one of your last journeys. So now I get why it's do or die, because I truly believe if I'm not careful, I can lose my motherfucking life. Facts. So I'm very careful about the decisions I make. Didn't want to close my business, but I felt like closing my business was the best thing to do for my clients and for me. I need to get me right. One more thing, get you right. Let me tell you something. Be very careful before you start doing practitioner work for other people, because my dears, if you not right on the inside, I don't care how good your magic is, you'll be fucking yourself over for real. You will be doing a disjustice to yourself. And I felt like there was a lot more healing I needed to do. There was a lot more learning I needed to do, and there was a lot more building and growing I needed to do. So be very careful about doing practitioner work for other people, because if you're not taking care of self, you will have other people's problems. You know how they say more money, more problems? More money, more problems. more clients, more problems you got to protect yourself from. I just wanted to do that video. Check out my my later on video. I might do it tomorrow on how using high level products helps with your journey. But again, you have to be mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually ready. And if you are, take your time, take it slow, do your due diligence, learn as much as you can learn, get around as much like-minded people as you can, and trust and believe no one will be able to stop you. No one. My name is Ishera, High Priestess Ishera from Life Coach Healing, and I wish everyone the best. Love and blessings, namaste, and wadu. And good night to you all. Bye.